Hello, pile one. If you chose the Malachite Chrysocolla Palm Stone, this is your reading. And today we're tapping into the energy of the hidden influences, hidden energy, basically what is in your blind spot, what is influencing your life right now that you're not currently aware of. Okay, and this can be good or bad. All right, good or bad. Energy doesn't, blind spots and hidden influences don't always have to be negative. Okay, so we're just going to leave it open and let whatever wants to come through come through. Okay, all right, so pile one, just remember this is a general reading, so everything may not resonate, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the booking information is in the comments. Okay, so let's just get started. So what do we have here? Ooh, we got moonlight. Okay, so I feel like you feel like everything is just like hidden, everything is dark, you're like everything is in my blind spot, because it's just kind of like I feel like you're in a cocoon right now, pile one. And I feel like you're in this space because you are learning to cultivate that still small voice, your intuition, and you're learning how to trust your own inner guidance. So, like, as far as your blind spot goes, there isn't like a specific blind spot or hidden energy or hidden influence that's coming through. Basically, what is being said here is that everything is being kept hidden from this moment, because you're learning how to trust the journey as it is unfolding. Basically, it's like your mind is going berserk, but you're learning how to tap into your heart, into your, basically it's a battle of the mind versus, I should say, it's a battle of the mind, masculine energy versus the heart, feminine energy, where the mind needs to know the details, it needs to know what's going on, how do I fix this, how do I change this, how do I speed things up, blah, 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 blah. Versus the feminine, heart-based, emotional-based energy, where you're like, I don't need to know all the steps. I don't need to know all the facts. I don't need to know the hows. It's the period of rest, right? And so right now, it's almost like everything feels dark, but you're learning how to trust your own inner guidance. All right, so we'll delve more into that to see what exactly is going on. Pile one. Pile one. What is in pile one's blind spot right now? What is going on with pile one's energy? I'm hearing your higher self has your back. And you're learning how to tap in and to connect to that part of yourself, because you're realizing how magical it is that when you let go of trying to figure things out is when the answers just come. And how there's a part of you that is connected to universal truth, universal wisdom, and universal knowledge. And it is not the mind, okay? The mind is a tool that can help convert information into, a medium that you can interpret. But when you're learning how, when you still the mind, when you stop trying to figure things out, when you stop trying, or when I should say, when you release wanting to control everything. Because, and I understand, because the want and need for security and certainty, it's a very, very integral need. And when we feel like we're out of control or we don't know the next step, the mind just goes crazy. And so, you're kind of in a point right now where you're learning how to not need any kind of confirmation. We got the Page of Wands in reverse. Why is the Page of Wands in reverse for pile 1? The Three of Swords. So you've been through some really difficult times. A feeling of recklessness with maybe, you know, some of your energy here. So the Page of Wands energy in reverse is, think about like an adolescent preteen, okay? They're just now coming into their own. They're learning how, you know, they're trying to forge their own way. Like they're, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to explain. And that's kind of how like it feels with like the mind-based energy. I'm feeling like a bit of recklessness here. Really, like not really a sense of direction, and so you've been trying to think your way out of things, figure things out, think your way out of pain and disappointment, and it hasn't been working. In fact, the more that you've done that, the more trouble it got you into. This is also kind of cautionary and letting you know that, you know, if there is anything in your blind spot, it's just kind of that old programming, old self-sabotaging thought patterns and, you know, self-limiting beliefs and stuff like that, that may want to pop in to wreak havoc. And not that that's like their purpose, you know, programming isn't, it's not really sentient, it just is, right? So your programming doesn't know what's good for you or what's bad for you. It's just a program that is running. And so if there's anything in your blind spot pile 1, it's your old programming, which this point in time, I know it feels very uncomfortable because you're not knowing what the next step is going to be. But that's the point, is to, I'm hearing kill this programming. Like you're learning how to basically put the monkey mind to rest so that you can finally move forward, right? We got the Hermit in reverse. Why is the Hermit in reverse? Why is the Hermit in reverse here? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. See, just having a really rough time with unpredictability and feeling very unstable. Like I really do feel you're someone who really appreciates knowing, like you're not a big risk taker, it feels like you like to know, you know, not just what the next step is going to be, but you like to know at least what the next several steps are going to be. Like you like to, you know, I feel like you're somebody that, you know, likes a structured list of, you know, what to expect type of thing. What is up with this Hermit in reverse energy? Oh, you're not liking, okay. You're not liking being, yeah, you're not liking, I have a feeling you're kind of in this phase and you're not really, you don't like it. You're over it already. You don't like it. You're over it already. You're like, you can appreciate the value of being tapped into your inner, your higher self and stuff like that. But, and I have a feeling that you kind of entered into this phase because there's something that you're wanting to do. And you kind of opened yourself up to this experience because it's what is needed in order to kind of bust through or break through whatever has been keeping you stuck and keeping you blocked, but you don't like it. I have a feeling there was probably a part of you that was put into this position very unexpectedly. Like you didn't, you know, almost like if you knew that this is what, you know, like if you knew, like hindsight being 20/20, I almost feel like right now, like, I don't know, there's a part of you that just, you're right in the middle with it. like you're kind of understanding why you're having to go through the situation, but at the same time, you really don't like being in the middle of it. You're ready for it to be over. You want that sense of stability, that sense of predictability, that, you know, you want to feel comfortable again. And you're feeling very uncomfortable right now, because I feel like there are a lot of things in regards to your sense of security, whether it is, you know, your physical needs, you know, where your mortgage or your rent is going to come from, you know, how are you going to eat next, you know, where your next paycheck is going to come from, you know, making ends meet, you know, whether it's that kind of stability or being within not knowing what's going on in like a romantic relationship. Basically, it's like a feeling of not feeling safe, whether it is not feeling safe because you're not sure your physical needs are going to be met, or not feeling safe because you're not sure that your emotional needs are going to be met, kind of stuff like that. And you're having to rely solely on your own inner guidance, because what is being reflected in the 3D is just like not what you're wanting. All right, so what next? What now? What now? The Six of Wands in reverse with the Chariot. Okay, so So the Six of Wands in the upright position talks about accolades. It talks about victory. So this is what you're running away from. Like, okay, not running away from really. This is what you're moving away from. Okay, the Chariot can be a very fast-moving energy, and because it's major arcana, it's like this is like karma stuff, right? And so you may have been in a phase in your life where you may have been doing a lot, but being recognized very little. And you're moving away from, so this could be very much so. If this is something that's financially based, this could be, you know, maybe a job or a business that you're in where you did a lot of work but got very little result, reward, recognition, stuff like that. If it's talking about a romantic type of partnership, it's like giving your all and not receiving anything in return. No accolades, no recognition. You know what I mean? Like it's like you should be the one who's being built up, but you're building up someone else instead. Okay, it's that kind of energy. And that's this situation that you're in that feels very uncomfortable is kind of priming you for moving out of that phase where you're giving and not receiving anything in return. In any area of life, really. You know, so you're going to be, like, the Chariot is very focused and directed energy. And actually the Chariot, it's like they know what the destination is and they are hot on the tail of it, like hitting the ground running type of stuff. Okay, so right now it feels, or you feel right now, you may be feeling like you don't have any direction. You're not sure which path, you're not sure which path to take, let alone what direction on that path to take. What is coming, and it feels like very soon with the Chariot energy, is finally something's going to be illuminated, so you're going to know which way to start running, which way to start going, which way to start, getting moving again. And then that's going to help you, it's going to help you reestablish a sense of direction, a sense of predictability. Like you're finally going to be able to feel a sense of comfort again, right? It's like right now, you're trying to learn how to feel comfortable. You're trying to learn how to feel comfortable feeling uncomfortable. And I'm hearing you effing hate it. You're like, I'm over it. You're like, I want to feel secure. I want to feel secure. I want to know what's going to happen. Like, you're ready for this phase or this lesson or whatever this is supposed to be. You're ready for it to be over. And I totally understand. Oh my gosh, do I understand? Let's get some more information for... We got Feast of Plenty. Choices and their consequences. Okay, so this really kind of feels like these two energies combined. And when I think of Feast of Plenty, like, I'm like, okay, finally, I'm thinking of the homecoming party that people have for, like, athletes or, war heroes or whatever, people that have gone off to battle and won the war, basically, coming home to accolades. Okay, actually, this has very Four of Wands energy to it, where you're being celebrated, you're being recognized, you're being rewarded, and it may not necessarily be from people, but like the work that you're putting through or putting in is going to finally start, you're going to finally start receiving some rewards from that, whether it's monetary, whether it's accolades, whether it's recognition, whatever, like you are finally going to receive something of value back for the value that you have been investing in someone, in a relationship, in an endeavor, or whatever. Okay, so that's good news. All right, is there any more information about Pile 1's blind spot? I really do feel that's what this is, though. Like, your old programming, like, that's your blind spot, is your old programming, like what you are thinking and how you are feeling that is keeping you stuck in this place of maybe not feeling good enough, not feeling recognized, not feeling valued. You know what I mean? Because it's always what is going on in the inside is what is happening in our 3D reality is always a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. And so if people on the outside of you, like if our 3D reality is reflecting back to us that we're putting in a lot of work and we are receiving back from it very little value, very little reward, that's because there's something in us that is causing that to be reflected back to us. Let's see if I can pinpoint what that is for you, Pile 1. And I'm hearing you need to start, like, celebrating yourself. Like, you need to start celebrating and really hyping up the small achievements, the smallest of achievements, and you can start where you're at. Start feeling thankful for where you have come, how far you've come. Start feeling thankful for the times that you did listen to your inner guidance and, it yielded a result that was something that was, favorable. Just, you start celebrating and recognizing yourself. And what that's going to start doing is that's going to, reflect back to you from your outside world. Okay, so it's like, start there. Squirrel, see, believe in yourself. There's a really deeply hidden part of you that thinks that and it may have come from, like, childhood, very early on, like, it doesn't matter what you do, it's never good enough, like that kind of energy, right? And it's starting with you, where you have to realize that everything you do is good enough, no matter how big or small that it is. And yes, it's awesome to be an overachiever, but be an overachiever because of what you gain from it, despite what anybody else says. Like, I'm really picking up for a lot of you, a lot of this has to do with not being recognized or valued by others. Now, yeah, true, there's going to be some of you where it resonates more, where you're putting in a lot of work and receiving very little reward in return, right? Be it in business and not receiving the revenue that you should be receiving, that kind of energy. But this is all about paying attention to what you're thinking and how you're feeling. And so if you want to feel celebrated, if you want a return, like, that is a direct reflection of all the hard work that you've put in, it starts with you. So, start rewarding yourself for the things that you're doing. And really believe in yourself. Believe that the work that you're doing is worthy of those kinds of returns, okay? All right, let's get one more message for pile 1, and we'll wrap this up. Oh, it said 2. They want 2. All right, we've got Temperance popping out with the Page of Wands. Look, in the upright. Okay, so we have what energies in your life require changing? Who is trying to throw you off balance? While you can go with the flow, please examine what needs to be altered. Don't answer one way or the other just yet. Temperate responses change critics to collaborators. Keep calm and think before answering. Then we have the Page of Wands that says, let your inner artist out. Find ways to channel your creative passions. Keep a notebook handy to capture your ideas and thoughts. Crayons and a blank sheet of paper can let you express yourself as much as canvas and oil. Keep your attitude light. Simply explore what excites and inspires you. And what these two energies together tell me, that you may have been experiencing a lag in creativity, like maybe like something akin to writer's block, right? Not quite knowing how to move forward, what to do next, that kind of energy. And Temperance is saying that the whole reason why you're in this energy of like feeling like in a cocoon, and you have to remember, what do caterpillars turn into after they're done with the cocoon phase? They turn into butterflies. That's where this Chariot energy comes from. You know what I mean? Like you're going to start flying. But when you finally learn how to balance out, see, because that's the whole thing with manifestation, and manifestation is true for anything that we're wanting to experience. We're manifesting 24/7. And when you learn how to balance out the inner masculine with the inner feminine, you know, the part of you that wants to do, figure things out, know the next step, what actions to take, with the feminine energy, where it's just like, okay, now I'm going to pull my energy off of this thing, let things unfold as they need to, trust that the doors that need to be opened are going to be opened. You know what I mean? Like you learn how to balance out and learn how to be in one energy, or I should say when to be in one energy and when to be in the other. The floodgates are going to open. And the information that you are requiring, the information and the resources that you are requiring to move forward is just going to start flooding towards you. Whether it's a creative idea, whether it's, you know, an inspired action, something's going to be highlighted so you'll be able to move forward again. Okay, pile 1. All right, you guys, that was your message. Do me a favor and comment below. Let me know what you thought. Hit the like button if this resonated. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will meet you guys at the next reading. Thanks, you guys. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the Smoky Quartz Palm Stone, this is your reading. And what we're going to be doing today is tapping into the energy of whatever might be in your blind spot. Okay, and the energy, so basically hidden influences. And hidden influences don't always have to be, you know, negative. They can be positive and negative. But we're just going to be tapping in to see what is influencing your life right now that you are not particularly aware of. Okay, kind of like a heads up if you need one. Alrighty, so let's just get started. I'll pop this over here. So, oh my gosh, peaks of joy. Tons of things to be thankful about. It's like, what is in your blind spot? Amazing blessings. That's what's in your blind spot. Okay, things to be thankful for, I'm hearing. Maybe things, you might be kind of in a dark space right now. I don't know. We're definitely going to go into the tarot to pull some more energy about this, but the fact that, you know, we have peaks of joy and that is coming through as what your hidden influences are. You may not be realizing how truly blessed you are, how powerful you are. Yeah, we'll get some more information on this. Explain peaks of joy being in pile 2's blind spot. What is up with peaks of joy being in pile 2's blind spot? Clarify peaks of joy being in pile 2's blind spot. What is going on with pile 2? Okay. Pile 2. Why are there peaks of joy in your blind spot? And here we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Okay. Why is the Nine of Cups in reverse for pile 2? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Ooh, okay, so cup energy is emotional based energy, energy of the heart. I feel like you may have been going through some really difficult times in matters of the heart. This doesn't necessarily mean like a relationship. I mean, anything that affects, how we're feeling. I mean, if you were in a business and it was a business that you loved and that business had to close down, I mean, that can be very disheartening, you know what I mean? But I feel like the reason why we have peaks of joy in your blind spot is because I feel like you've gone through some kind of a situation where you were feeling very abundant, maybe even overindulgent in a manner. Why is the Eight of Cups in reverse here? The Eight of Cups in the upright position is talking about walking away from something. Maybe you weren't the one that walked away. You weren't, or you didn't want to walk away. Okay. Explain the Eight of Cups in reverse energy. What's going up with the Eight of Cups in reverse energy? Justice in reverse. Something happened that didn't feel very fair for you. All right. This may have had something to do with a very new relationship that didn't quite go the way that you wanted it to. It could have been, and it's anything, like I said, it doesn't have to be necessarily a relationship, but it can be, this can also talk about children as well. But I feel like, I'm feeling like something was taken away from you. So either you had to walk away and you didn't want to, or someone or a bunch of someones, if it's like business-wise and clients, walked away. Almost like a sense of abandonment. All right, let's get some more information with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords. Oh my gosh. You guys. Well, I'm starting to understand why now the peaks of joy are in your blind spot. Like, I feel like you're in the middle of this really turbulent time in your life where things are very unpredictable. You're not really quite sure what the next step is going to be, or what, you know what I mean? Like, you're not sure. I feel like your energy, for me, it feels like you're stuck. You feel stuck. Then we got the Queen of Swords energy here. This could be talking about a feminine. Queen of Sword energy is very, very decisive. Maybe this is why it didn't feel like, maybe this is why things, like, it didn't feel like it was very fair, because you were very responsible with your communication. Something about communication. You were very fair, and you were very just, and you were very responsible with whatever was shared in the situation, and it still didn't turn out the way that you had, that you thought that it would. Let's get a couple more cards to clarify. The Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? So definitely a new kind of a beginning, like something was offered to you and then taken away. That's what it feels like. You know what I mean? There was some kind of a new beginning that was slated to happen, to take place, like you were just getting started in something, and you were very responsible with this new beginning. with your communication. You know, you were doing really good with, you know, voicing what needed to be voiced. You were really responsible with your role in whatever this was. So whatever fell apart in here it was not of any fault of your own, which is why we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It was very unexpected. And I feel like it was very unjust and unfair. Okay, I'm understanding now why pile 2, why it's like peaks of joy are in your blind spot, because it's like you're too focused on the upheaval. I'm hearing upheaval. So why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? The Six of Wands. Interesting. I feel like you were hyped up. Like you were hyped up about something. You were elevated. And you were in this Nine of Cups energy when it was, you know, in the upright. Interesting. You guys are going to have to comment if you feel led to do so and let me know what this is. I mean, I can understand, I can see how this would play into like a relationship type of thing where, you know, you start off, it's a brand new relationship and it starts off, you know, really promising. You know, you're feeling like you're on cloud 9 type of energy. You know, the two of you are talking about, you know, finding houses together, combining income, stuff, things of that nature. And I can see how, you know, starting a business would be the same thing too. So you'll have to let me know how this comes into, you know, how this is playing out for you. But with the Ace of Pentacles, like it was almost like it was a false offer. Interesting. Like you know, you were hyped up by an offer that never really was solid. It wasn't really. I feel like you were promised something, or you felt like you were promised something. And I'm feeling like it was, or you're feeling like it was a sham. Like it was a scam. You're feeling like you're scammed, kind of energy. All right, let's get some more information for pile 2. What's going on with this blind spot? Okay, so we know what's going on with your current energy. Let's talk about this blind spot, the peaks of joy. What's going on with pile 2's peaks of joy? Got the Antelope Spirit. Oh, life is speeding up. So I'm hearing like this is going to be left in the dust. Like the peaks of joy is kind of going to be like something, a focal points. There's something that is serving as an anchor that you're able to kind of keep your, like it's a vision. All this crap is happening, all this disappointment, very disheartening. You know, basically I feel like you've been deflated. Like you experienced a very brief moment where, you know, you were feeling very elated, almost blissful, very built up, you know, by other people. And something happened and all of a sudden it's just like a balloon that just popped, you know, a balloon that deflated. But there's something that exists, it's in your blind spot, but I feel like you're aware of it, that is going to serve as like your focal point for hope. And if you can keep your focus on that, you're going to be catapulted out of this energy right here, right into the smack dab in the middle of the peaks of joy energy. I'm almost feeling like this was like a precursor, almost like a shadow manifestation of the real thing. Like the peaks of joy is where you were before everything toppled down. Interesting. Okay, let's pull another card. Tell me more. What's coming? What's coming for pile 2? that they don't necessarily see? What is coming for pile 2 that they're not necessarily seeing? Connectivity. So you're not necessarily, so you may be feeling stuck right now. Whatever resources or connections that you lost in this mess are actually going to be, I'm hearing some may be restored, but I'm hearing like whatever you think you lost here is actually going to be replaced tenfold. So whatever connections you lost, I'm hearing like networking kind of thing or social connections. Some of them may be restored, but a lot of them are going to be replaced with connections and resources that are even better. And here it says jeweled web. So diamonds. These down here, they looked like diamonds, but they weren't diamonds. They were like cubic zirconia or rhinestones. They were like rhinestones, right? Plastic, basically. And it's like, when you allow yourself to focus on, you know, whatever the peaks of joy energy is, things are going to start happening very quickly, and you're going to be coming across the real deal, okay? The real deal. The real friends, the real clients, the real future partner, that kind of energy, like the real deal, okay? Let's get some parting advice for pile 2 about moving into this peaks of joy energy. Look, we got the Queen of Swords again. Wow, it says sort out problems by applying your agile mind. Your experience counts. You can think your way out of any problem. A quick decision may not be the best one. Pick up your pen to make a pro versus con list. Remember to let your brain rule rather than your heart. I'm going to pull one more from this deck for you guys. Here we got the Four of Swords. Okay. Sometimes the ability to rest seems like a luxury. Make sure you are indulging in the fine art of self-care. Yoga, meditation, walks, reading, do whatever nourishes you. This is a time that calls for a battery recharge. You can do more when you've taken a moment to do less. Okay, so that's how you're tapping into the peaks of joy, really is kind of scaling back your energy on whatever's going on with this thing over here and focusing that back on you, okay? How can you build yourself up? How can you build your own bubble so that nobody else will ever be able to burst it again? How can you give yourself what was being promised by someone else or an experience or an endeavor or a project, or you know what I mean? And give that experience the feeling that you were wanting from that experience. Give that to yourself, okay? All right, pile 2, those were your messages. I hope they resonated. If they did, do me a favor and smash the like button. Comment below and let me know what you thought. Seriously, I think I already asked you to do that. All right, share and subscribe if you feel led to do so, and I will catch you at your next reading. Thanks, pile 2. Hi, pile 3s. If you chose the Petrified wood palm stone, this is your reading. What we're going to be looking at today, you guys, is what is your blind spot? Okay, what energies that are hidden that are currently influencing what's going on in a life right now, okay? And so hidden energies or hidden influences aren't always, you know, blind spot they're not always, you know, negative influences or anything like that. We're just going to, you know, get into the energy and figure out what is at work that you may be unaware of, okay? All right, so let's pop over here. And what we got, you guys, is a field of dreams. Nice. So you may be unaware of how potent your manifesting ability is what this is telling me. And so if you are experiencing some things in your life, pile 3, that you're not necessarily too fond of, the good news is that you can change it very, very quickly. It's just, you know, on purpose thinking the thoughts and feeling the feelings that are in alignment with what it is you're wanting to manifest, okay? So, you know, thinking it real and feeling it real. And basically that means, you know, you're catapulting yourself into the future, I guess you could say, you know, of what it's going to feel like. And you're pulling that experience into the present moment, and you're thinking those thoughts and you're feeling those feelings of what it's like to experience that right now. Okay. But let's get some more information for pile 3. What is in pile 3's blind spot? Or what information do we have for pile 3 about their blind spot? What do they need to know about their manifesting power? All right, pile 3. I'm going to get some more information about what is going on with your blind spot, pile 3. We got the Knight of Wands in reverse with the 3 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I feel like you're not really utilizing. You're kind of leaving a lot of things up to chance. And I have a feeling like it's not, doing that is not really having the intended, is creating experiences for you that may feel quite a bit challenging, okay? Because Knight of Wands energy in reverse is very reckless, very unfocused, not direct. It's like no direction at all. And then the 3 of Wands reverse is kind of like, you know, if you haven't done the work, basically, you're not going to see the results come in, okay? Because when you have the 3 of Wands in the upright position, you know, this person has already put in the work. They've done the planning. You know, they've gone through the, you know, the developmental stages, and then they finally put some work in. Now they're waiting for the results to come back. Here, you know, it's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and you are experiencing results, but they're not what you want. Because this energy, your manifestation energies are very unfocused, okay? Not focused, you know, maybe not, you're not using them on purpose is kind of what I'm hearing. And so what is in your blind spot basically is like you not understanding or realizing how powerful your thoughts are, and how powerful your emotional energy is, and the power that comes from aligning both of those, aligning your thoughts with your emotions, and what that can create for you, okay? Let's get some more energy, yeah, let's get some more energy for pile 3. Let's get some more info for pile 3. Oh, we got Temperance in reverse, so there's an imbalance there. An imbalance where? Okay. What is imbalanced here? Clarify Temperance in reverse, please. Clarify Temperance in reverse. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like there's so many opportunities being offered to you. Maybe it's a whole bunch of starts and not enough completions. Always starting things, maybe very rarely are they ever being completed. Very promising energy, but because you're I don't want to say you, okay? It's your manifesting, your focus is very scattered when it comes to your manifesting abilities. You have a lot of promising starts, but nothing is ever getting finished, or it's not coming to fruition. It's like we're staying in basically starting all over again. We're staying in the beginning and we're not progressing through, right? So we get started. We are always constantly being exposed to very promising opportunities, resources, connections, but we don't make anything of them. We never get past the initial starting stage, okay? And that's really kind of where a lot of the imbalance is coming from, is maybe a lack of follow through, pile 3. Well, ooh, King of Pentacles. What? Which is the exact opposite of this. Okay, so King of Pentacle energy is like, that is meaning like you're the master of your physical realm. You know, you started and you've went all the way to the finish. You know, Ace of Pentacles is the very beginning of the Pentacle suit. King of Pentacles is the very end where you've mastered it all. You know, the King of Pentacles is the ultimate ruler. Okay, they're very responsible, very level-headed, very lavish, you know, loving luxury. The King of Pentacles would be somebody that appreciates, you know, luxurious things. They appreciate nice things. Not saying that they live for those things, but because they have been very responsible with their material, what they have been blessed with materialistically. I shouldn't even say blessed with, because a lot of this comes from, you know, directed manifesting abilities, like your, you know, hard work obviously, but being very focused, being very diligent, hard at work, and staying focused and staying on track. Okay, why is the King of Pentacles here? I'm hearing that's what you have the potential. Like, if you're wanting nice things, like say if you're wanting a certain lifestyle, pile 3, you're wanting the King of Pentacles energy as far as life goes. You know, you don't want to ever have to worry about, you know, making ends meet or where the next meal is going to come from, you know, and you, or you even want to go as far as to not worry about checking, you know, a tag on maybe an item of clothing, designer clothing you're wanting to buy. That lifestyle is absolutely possible for you. That's part of what is in your blind spot. Like, you are not realizing what you are capable of producing, what you are capable of achieving, what you are capable of becoming. I mean, you can go to the end. The King of Pentacle energy, that's you know, that's the master of you know, the 3D material realm. You know, that's the nice cars, the nice houses, it's designer things. I'm not saying that that's, you know, the ultimate thing to live for, but we came to this planet to enjoy it. And part of living on this planet is enjoying some of the resources, you know what I mean? You know, and that is absolutely for you. Let's clarify. No, that's way too many. Clarify the King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Why is the King of Pentacles here? Ooh, we left some out here. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Okay. So, suspending judgment, like being able to get to this King of Pentacles energy is going to require you to suspend judgment for a while. Like, I have a feeling like you may be very critical about what you are capable of producing. I feel like a lot of you are too hyper focused on what you've experienced in the past. Like, you're like, well, here's the proof that I'm not capable of doing it. Not realizing that, you know, it's been your thoughts and your emotions that have been creating your experience up to this point. Basically, your assumptions of what you are capable of, right? It has nothing to do, or I should say has very little to do with what you are actually capable of producing. You can go to the very end. You can go, what's that word? It'll come to me. But you can definitely achieve this King of Pentacle lifestyle, this King of Pentacle energy. It already is in you. It's just needing, you're stuck at the beginning stages. Because you're stuck in this area of kind of judging your capabilities based off of your past. It's like you can't get past the beginning stages. Let's get a couple more cards for you guys. Oh, what? We got the Six of Wands. So we're talking about victory, recognition, accolades, reward after hard work, celebration, being celebrated, okay? Not just celebrations, but being celebrated. Oh, and then we got justice, which you'll deserve. I feel like there's a part of you that's almost kind of like wanting these things, wanting a life of luxury, almost feels selfish, like maybe there's a part of you that feels like you don't deserve it for some reason. And it's like, oh my gosh, you have no idea. Like, what is in your blind spot right now is the life that you are capable of producing if you will just apply yourself and follow through. And not just apply yourself and follow through, but actually believe in yourself. Believe yourself to be capable and worthy, capable and deserving. Like, you absolutely, I keep wanting to say girl. Girl, if you want to wear those designer jeans, then rock them. There's no reason why you wouldn't deserve it. You know, if there's something in your head telling you, well, you know, there's people that are, not eating. Well, then you know what? You can also use some of those riches to bless the crap out of people. You know, out of the abundance that your cup is overflowing, you're going to be able to bless others and yourself. Okay, you know what I mean? Don't worry about that. It's almost like you have this little judgmental, critical, negative Nancy, buzzkill Billy in your head that is just kind of like wanting to shut down your ability to dream, to daydream your life, to daydream your dreams into reality. You know, if you want to wear a $200 pair of jeans, there's nothing to say that you can't. You know, at the same token, I do feel like you're somebody who would be very generous, if you saw somebody, or, organizations or, ministries and stuff like that. Like, you could do that. You could do both. You could, help a shit ton of people and live a life of luxury. You can do both, okay? And it's absolutely fair. It's absolutely just. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's get one card from this deck, please. The dolphin spirit. This and that are true. Okay? So this reminds me of that saying. It's like whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, they're both right. It's what you believe. If you believe that you can, then you can and you will. If you believe that you can't, then you can't and you won't. Okay? So the dolphin spirit is really just kind of letting you know, what are you choosing to believe? If you want to continue, just focusing on what you think is proof of your inability to do something because of what you may have experienced in the past, you can absolutely do that. But this reading talking about being what's in your blind spot, it's almost like, I'm hoping after this reading you won't do this anymore. You can have anything and everything that you want. You can have, be, and do anything that you want, anything that you choose. Okay, pile 3. Let's get one more card from this deck. What is in pile 3, or what information do we have for pile 3 as far as their blind spot goes? We got 2 cards popping out of this one. We got Fallen Angel with Spiritual Narcolepsy. That's interesting. And then we got Moon Maiden with New Beginnings. There's more new beginnings there. Interesting. I might have to check the Spiritual Narcolepsy. Oh, you're sleeping on your ability. You're sleeping on your power. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And I'm hearing every moment is like this gift, like this Ace of Pentacle gift. Like every moment is a new opportunity for you to get started over again, for you to start the journey from beginning to the very end, where you'll experience this King of Pentacle energy. It's just when are you going to decide to finally take that opportunity and run with it? I mean, that's going to be completely up to you. There's going to be no end to the new beginnings that will be offered to you. So it's basically just saying, like, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. Okay? Let's get one last card, like a parting message for pile 3, please. We got the Ten of Wands, so it's feeling very overwhelmed, okay? Here we have, when you see this card, remember to say no to any new demands or projects. Review your to-do lists and delegate what you can. Making yourself responsible for everyone's actions is a recipe for dropping the ball somewhere. Give some of those tasks back. It is not all up to you. Okay, so the overall energy of the Ten of Wands cards is just feeling overwhelmed by life's responsibilities, and this may be why your power, your manifesting power, just kind of hangs in the balance. Like you're not really seeing it. Because you're like, well, if I was that powerful, I wouldn't be living this kind of life. And what you're not understanding is your manifesting powers are on 24/7, and you are manifesting what you are thinking about that is in alignment with what you are feeling 24/7. And if you are feeling constantly overwhelmed, too much responsibilities, you're going to continue to experience that, okay? Meaning that, you're going to continue to attract circumstances, people, events, situations that are going to leave you feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so the way that you turn that around, pile 3, is you have to, feel it real. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you have to put yourself in a state of rest and acceptance, regardless of what is going on in the 3D realm. Okay, you have to think the thoughts and feel the feelings of what it's like to have a clear plate. And this, I know, like I can tell with the Judgment card in reverse, like your mind is like, what? That didn't even make any sense. But it does if you understand how we create our experience. Okay? And you can turn it around in an instant. It's just allowing yourself to think and feel it real. Okay, think the thoughts and feel the feelings of what it's like to live a life of luxury, to live a life of wanting for nothing, to live a life of ease, and like what it's like to be retired. You know what I mean? That's what's coming to mind. Like what, I'm pretty sure, a lot of you are fairly young. But I feel like a lot of you are just kind of like longing for the time where you're able to just enjoy life and not have to basically work so hard or work so much. In whatever capacity in an area that may be. Put yourself in that state of mind and in that frame of mind and in that state of emotion. Like how is it going to feel when you're able to just wake up every day and enjoy life? To have, I don't want to say zero responsibilities, but whatever responsibilities you have, you're actually thankful for having. There's actually people out here who love what they do for a living. They have tons of responsibilities, but it's not work for them. It's very enjoyable. That can be you as well. Okay? All right, pile 3, that was your message. Do me a favor and comment below. Let me know what you thought. If this message resonated, smash the like button for me. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will be reading for you guys again very soon. Thanks, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the blue lace agate palm stone, this is going to be your reading. And what we're looking at today, you guys, is what is in your blind spot, okay? What energy or hidden energy is influencing how things are unfolding in your life? So, and hidden influences, they're not always negative. Something may be in your blind spot that's completely positive, but, you may be completely blind to it, not realizing that it's there, influencing things in a way, okay? So let's just tap into your reading. So we've got come together in reverse. So what is in your blind spot? It feels like a sense of disharmony, usually somewhere in the area of partnerships, relationships, things of that nature. I'll go ahead and read the book's description. It says, when the come together card appears reversed, it is a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. Is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it from another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. Perhaps you've been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well, to the point that now you are also depleted. Know this. True love will not be denied you. What is truly for you will never walk past you or require this much energy. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. And what's coming to me as I was reading this pile 4 was, what is in your blind spot is an empty well. You're pouring into an empty well. Okay, and when you're pouring into an empty well, it's going to, like it said, it's going to leave you feeling depleted. Well, what do we mean by depleted? I mean, it could very well be draining your energy, draining you of inspiration, draining you of motivation, draining you of the ability to enjoy your life. Okay, so we're going to get some more information about this particular blind spot. All right, tell us about this empty well that pile 4 is currently dealing with. And so an empty well, you guys, it can be a relationship, it can be another person, it can be a business venture, it can be something going on at school. There's so many things that can be empty wells. So let's figure out what this empty well is for you. And it's a blind spot, so you may be unaware that this person or this thing or endeavor or whatever is an empty well, and it's gonna go nowhere. So let's find out what's going on for pile 4. Pile 4, tell us about your empty well. What's up with this blind spot for pile 4? We got the King of Cups in reverse. Yo. All right, why is the King of Cups in reverse, please? That wanted to flip. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of false starts. Empty gifts, empty offers. Things never quite getting off the ground. We got Temperance in reverse. You guys, there's a lot of mirroring energy from this pile in the third, pile 3. So if you felt somewhat led to pile 3, there's probably some information, some guidance, or little tidbits in there for you too. What is Temperance in reverse? The Two of Cups in reverse. Okay, I'm picking up, you guys, this is all about some kind of a partnership. Okay, this can be a friendship, it can be a coworker, it can be, but it's you and somebody else. Okay, so this empty well is someone that you are pouring, so it's either someone or the relationship with this person that you're pouring energy into that is not reciprocated, and you may not even realize it. And what's coming to mind, you guys, with the King of Cup energy, I feel like you guys are very loving, very compassionate. You're just for people, you have a heart for people. You just care about people. And not realizing it's like you can get lost in just your love for somebody. I'm not necessarily talking about romantic love. It's just, it's hard to explain. So I'll just tell you about an experience that I had with somebody a while back, okay? I had met someone, and it was actually the ex of the person that I was with. And I heard a lot of bad things about this person. Of course, there's two sides to every story. But I heard a lot of things about this person, so I was expecting a different experience than what I got with them, The experience that I had experienced with this person was that they were very talkative, they were very warm, very outgoing, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't give me that vibe like they were a snake. And then what I realized later, I'm like, oh my gosh, here I thought this person, they were very engaging. I thought they were very engaging. And I even thought that maybe they liked me, just as a person. And when I reflected on it later, I'm like, oh my gosh, that person did nothing but talk about themselves the entire time. They never asked me questions about myself, nothing. Like, it was all about them. And, you know, if I ever tried to talk about something that was related to me, they would quickly switch, you know, change direction. And I have a feeling like that might be something similar to what you may be experiencing with this person. Like, I have a feeling like you may think this person is way more into you than what they actually are, when really they're just into themselves. Like, it's not so much that they are digging you, they are loving the attention that you are giving them. That's what they're liking. It's not, you know what I mean? And this is no downer on you. There's just people out there that are like that. You know, they're not interested in getting to know you. They're only interested in getting to know what you have, what you can do for them. Whether it's, you know, whether it is materialistically, like what can you give them materialistically, all the way up to how can you boost their ego. You know what I mean? So be very careful of this person. And just kind of sit back and really pay attention to what they talk about. How much are they engaged when you talk about yourself, right? That's going to tell you a lot. Let's get a few more cards about pile 4s. We have the 9 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Swords here? Yeah, something, and it's, you know, I'm hearing tragic and heartbreaking. The Page of Cups in reverse. A lot of cups, reverse cup energy. I'm hearing this person to be very emotionally manipulative. So, and that's kind of like what this person was. They felt very, like their energy actually felt very engaging. That's why some people can be so convincing until you actually wake up to what's going on and you're noticing, oh, the reason why you're acting like this is because you're actually getting something from talking with me. You know, because I'm like, me personally, when I was talking to this person, I was very complimentary. I'm very encouraging. This is just who I am naturally. You know, and so they would show me pictures of their dog or their kids or whatever, and I was just like, oh my gosh, how pretty, you know, or whatever it was. I was always like building them up, and they were feeding off of that, and I didn't realize like it had nothing to do with me. They were getting my energy. They were feeding off of my energy. It's not that they liked me as a person. They liked how I built them up. It was basically giving them an ego boost. Let's get a couple more cards for pile 4. I almost said pile 3. For pile 4, please. Ooh, the Empress. Oh my gosh, that's you guys. You guys are like it. You're it. You are it. And if this person that you are dealing with doesn't, you know what? Actually, no. This person that you are dealing with does realize that you are the Empress energy. That's why they're feeding off of you. Because you are an endless supply. Like, you are dumping into their well because they're empty. They're constantly empty. So they need someone to constantly fill them up, fill them up, fill them up. And you being the, you know, you being the Empress energy, you have an abundant supply. But that doesn't mean people have the right to come and just take, right? Nah. No. Oh, wow. So we got the Ace of Wands coming out with the Knight of Wands. And so you are going to be having offers from people who actually are able to somewhat match your energy. Okay? So whoever this person is that is doing nothing but taking from you, whether it's energetically, resourcefully, materialistically, whatever, however they are draining you, you're going to be having somebody very soon that is going to want to match your energy. Now, we're not seeing the Emperor come out here, okay? The Emperor would be your ultimate divine counterpart, but we are seeing the Knight of Wands. So people are going to be, they have the intention to. You know, we got 2 wands here. Actually, you got 3 because she's holding a wand. So you're going to have people at least wanting to match your energy. It's going to be very difficult for people to match your energy. Just because, you know, you're the Empress. The only person that could really match your energy is the Emperor, okay? But at least they're not going to be taking from you and never giving anything back. Okay, that's the important part. So let's see what else we have for pile 4. What else do we have for pile 4? Clear out the clutter. I'm pretty sure that means like let this person go, or at least, you know, pay attention to the energy that you are dropping into their well, and definitely don't allow them to feed off of you. Okay, and I'm not saying that literally. Like, okay, if somebody is going hungry, then you know what, feed them. But I'm talking about energetically. Okay. We also have the crossing with initiation. See, there's new energy coming through. New energy coming through. There's people who basically, there's people that are going to want to take this person's place where they actually want to match your energy. All right. All right, let's get some parting messages. What parting messages do we have for pile 4? That one wanted to come out too. Look at this. We got tons of people that are wanting to come in, you guys, to start giving back to you in whatever capacity that they can. And this is the really cool thing. So no individual, no one, I'm not saying never, but there's very few individuals who are going to be able to match your giving capacity. But, like individually, I should say, but you are going to have a lot of people giving to you to the best of their ability until you come across the Emperor, okay, the person who can individually match your energy. So you're going to have a lot of people coming in who actually want to add value to your life. Okay, so this says this messenger is here to tell you that job searches and opportunities are favored. Make sure you are using a hands-on methodical approach to any business situation. Practicality is the key to your productivity. The quality of your work is also of utmost importance. I'm hearing the quality of your relationships too. Is there a Page of Wands? God, there's a lot of pages coming through in this reading. It says, let your inner artist out, find ways to channel your creative passions, keep a notebook handy to capture your ideas and thoughts. Crayons and a blank sheet of paper can let you express yourself as much as canvas and oil. Keep your attitude light, simply explore what excites and inspires you. You guys, if you are feeling called to give into a certain situation, then by all means, you know, follow your inner guidance, follow your inner light. But if something is telling you that you need to kind of start withdrawing your energy from, you know, a person or a relationship or whatever, certainly start to do that, because that person is taking up time, space, and energy that other people are wanting to come in and fill and actually reciprocate to whatever level they can reciprocate. Okay. All right, pile 4, those were your messages. Comment below and let me know what you thought. And if it did resonate, just smash the like button for me. Share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I'll see you at the next reading. Thanks, pile 4.